Welcome into another episode of the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. Josh McKinney joined by Jamie McCracken with another week full of cancellations and postponements. We finally have some basketball being played tonight.
It's okay. Nobody wants to hear the word postponed anyway. Some girls tournaments playing their semifinals while the 13th region boys conclude their first round. And we start with the ladies out here in the 14th. 4 teams vying for 2 spots in Sunday's championship game. Let's do it. 2 guys who have been in the business for quite a while. Randy Napier, Perry Central, Dickie Adams, and Letcher Central. Here we go. 14th region semis. Winner will play in the final second quarter. Christina Bentley underneath. Letcher up 25-9. Commodores cut into the lead. Whitney Evans gets it out to Tori Watts. Perry down 12 at the break, though. Let's go second half now. Bentley, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 2 block shots for Bentley on the night. Shelby Hall now gets it to Kelly Adams. I'm wide open. Jumper goes. Letcher up 12. And then on the inbounds play here, oh, it's Adams. Hand in her face, doesn't matter. 10 points, 8 rebounds for her. In the first 3 quarters, Perry scored in single digits, 7 in the first, 6 in the second, 9 in the third, 14 in the fourth, which matched Letcher Central's fourth quarter total in the fourth quarter. But as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, Perry shoots 12 for 50 from the field, and Letcher Central is moving on to play in the 14th region finals for the right to play at state. Lady Cougs win by 17 tonight.
We started in August, and the goal was to get back to Bowling Green, and we've done everything we had to get there. Now, we lost some games that I wasn't happy about along the way. That's why the district and region tournament's so special. It's all about focusing at the right time and applying themselves at the right time, and being in the regional finals is the next step for us, and then all we have to do now is finish it by winning and beating whoever wins this ball game here.
Well, let's see here who wins this ball game. Knott Central student section went with a St. Patty's Day theme, ready to go. Knott Central, Breathitt County, Breathitt head coach Wallace Bates. He's ready to go. The tie is on, but not for long. First quarter, Kristen Waugh right through the
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Right through the traffic. 5 minutes, 35 seconds. Yeah. 5 minutes, 35 seconds still left in the first quarter. It's already coming off. Letcher. Here we go. Breathitt down 2. Ollie Bates down into Carissa Hatton. Hatton with 17 points, 20 rebounds. Back to Waugh, though. Waugh. Buckets. 15 for Waugh, not up 9. Now the buttons are coming undone. He may need a session with Dr. Phil after this one. Second quarter, refs call a foul on the loose ball, and oh no, we got all but 2 buttons left. Later, second quarter, Megan Stamper, no. Kaylee Noble, yes. Now Bates is happy, so he's just going to, I'm just going to go with my white tee. Yep, in my white tee. What else is going to come on? Problem is Haley Mullins. She just balled out. The 7th grader putting on a clinic. There's the assist down into Paige Holyfield, and then Waugh. The kick over to Mullins for 3 this time. And, well, she's not done, by the way. The assist game on fleek, the long-range game on fleek, and now she gets the rebound and goes the distance and scores. 5 points, 4 boards, and assist, a steal. Haley Mullins, everybody. Keep your dollar bills in your pocket. Bates kept the rest of his clothes on for the night. The Knott Central Lady Patriots will play in the 14th Region Finals. 72-65 is the final. Waugh, Holyfield, and Alexis Sloan all in double figures tonight. 14th Regional Final set for Sunday.
I'm glad, we got a young team, and we're happy to be there, but we want to take advantage of the opportunity because you never know when you might not get back there. So we're going to make every chance. We face a tough opponent in Letcher Central. Coach Adams does a great job. We're excited. We'll enjoy it tonight and prepare for Letcher tomorrow.
Well, I love my coaches and I love my team. They push me to be a better player. Our coaches push us all to be a better player. We play as a team. That's how we win our games.
That was fun. Here's the championship game graphic. Knott Central with back-to-back wins over mountain top 10 teams, Leslie County and now Breathitt County. And now they'll need a third to play in next week's Sweet 16. Round 4 of Knott Central versus Letcher Central to take place on Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. in Hindman. Letcher has won 2 of the 3 meetings with Knott this season, including the district finals. Keep clothes on.
A new region champion in the 14th region.
Right.
Coming up on the show, the semifinal round, or excuse me, the first round of the boys' 13th region tournament.
Yeah, the defending champion Perry Central Lady Commodores also aiming for another shot at playing next week in Bowling Green, even though we just saw that. Fans in the stands, now time for tonight's Fans in the Stands t-shirt toss-out. Sponsored by Eastern Kentucky University, we head out to the arena in Corbin for the boys' 13th region first-round action. The Harlan County cheerleaders tossing out the tees. Highlights of Knox Central and Harlan County coming up next. But one more time, tonight's Fans in the Stands, sponsored by EKU. All right, I screwed up that tease. We're done with the 14th region. We're on to the 13th region. The semifinal is set for the boys' tournament, Williamsburg and Barberville.
But for other teams vying for the other two semi spots, we start with Harlan County Knox Central. What a game this one would be. The Black Bears entering the game, 52nd district champs. Knox Central, 51st runner-up. Harlan County setting the tempo from the get-go. Cody Bumgardner swishes the pull-up jumper, 14 points, 8 boards on the night. We're tied early. Matthew Barger struggled shooting in the district championship last week. Not this one. Barger, 18 points, 3 assists on the night. The Black Bears had 12 offensive rebounds, and that helped build the lead. Zach Caldwell cleaning up on the glass. The nice putback.
He's a big boy.
For the big fella.
That's a man.
But every time Harlan County went on a run, Tanner Wells would put an end to it. He was, let's call him reliable in this one. Led all scorers with 23 points. Black Bears led by 3 at the break. HC would continue knocking down shots in the second half. Trey Sanders, corner, ride it down. Black Bear lead out to 6. Panthers in desperate need of a bucket. Who do we go to, Jamie?
Tanner Wells.
Tanner Wells.
Yeah.
The and one. Knox, though, still trailing. UPike top play contender. Less than 10 seconds to play in the fourth. Knox Central down 3. Barger brings it up. Spots Jeffrey Adams.
Oh, no.
Only points of the game.
Oh!
Behind the NBA line, we go to overtime. And in OT, Knox with the momentum. Wells, no look to Chad Marcy, and one. Ball game. We go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Knox Central gets the come from behind win in overtime over the Black Bears, 69-63. Here's a happy Coach Voigt after the game.
It's a big time 3 by a senior that, you know, he's been with injuries all year and finally gets to play. I mean, it couldn't happen to a better person that was able to hit it. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's been an up and down season. We've been hit with injuries, and we don't know who's playing from day to day. And we had everyone out there for the first time today. They're not 100%, but we just got to gut it out and keep playing.
Knox getting either Coach Robert Markham in Clay County or Tony Petrowski in Corbin, rematch of last year's championship. And that would prove to be a tall order in this one. Kenny Hopper, cross-court pass to Zach McGuett, the catch-and-shoot 3-ball. Red Hounds up early. They would lead quite a bit in this ball game. Off the inbounds play, Andrew Taylor, the floater from the paint. Markham calls a timeout. Corbin up quickly, 7 points on the defending champs. Clay County drawing something up out of the timeout. Ryan House, the senior, only one hitting shots early for Clay.
That's dirty.
Finally on the board. UPike top play contender. But anything Clay County did, well, Corbin did it just a little bit better. Taylor crossing over Blake Smith. Gets the floater.
Going and one.
Red Hounds having their way on offense, but Ryan House showing that senior leadership in this one when no one else was knocking down shots. He was. Finished with 22 points. Clay trailed by as many as 13. Did not grab a lead until early in the fourth quarter. If you give Clay a window, they will capitalize. That's what it did. The Tigers knock out the Red Hounds in the round 1, 57-52. 2 great games from the arena in Corbin. So with tonight's games in the books, the boys' 13th region semis look like this. Semifinal game number 1, Barberville, the Tigers versus Williamsburg Yellow Jackets, 6:30. The nightcap pitting defending champion Clay County against the Knox Central Panthers, approximately 8:30. The finals on Monday at the arena in Corbin. Much more to come on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, but as we go to break, a look at the final Alice Lloyd College boys and girls Mountain Top 10s.
Conference tournaments heating up this week, including the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament down in Nashville.
That's right. The Morehead State Eagles had already won 2 games just to reach the semifinals, but now needed to beat the tournament's top seed. Morehead State versus top seed Murray State, Ohio Valley Conference Semifinals. Eagles come out firing from everywhere. Kareem Story from way downtown gives Moorhead a 1-point lead. In the far corner now, Karam Mashore. He's coming off a career night Thursday and a win over UT Martin. How about Corbin Collins, the kick out from Brent Arrington? Eagles with a 5-point lead. Unfortunately, though, Moorhead could not pull away. TJ Sapp, look at the drive and runner off the glass. That goes in for 2. Now coming off a screen, Sapp lays it in off the inbounds pass. Racers go up 3. Then behind the arc, initially bobbles the pass, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Fires it anyway. Murray State still by 3. Going back inside, Jarvis Williams, the bump, the bucket, the bonus. That puts Murray up 7. The halftime lead was 11 for the Racers, who stayed perfect in the OVC. They knock off Moorhead State in the conference semifinals, 80-77. Cameron Payne led all scorers with 25 points. Mashore, 22. Story had 20 for the Eagles. Another tournament going on today, the Men's Mid-South Conference Tournament at the Frankfurt Convention Center in Frankfurt.
Yeah, that's right. The tournament's top seed, the U-Pike Bears, advanced to the semifinals with an 87-77 win over Shawnee State. Player of the Year KJ Manigault leading 5 Bears in double figures with 24. Also today, the Cumberland's Patriots beat Lindsey Wilson 65-64. Xavier Owens hits 1 of 2 free throws with 3 seconds remaining to secure the win for UC. Tomorrow's semifinal action will include a 3rd meeting between U-Pike and Cumberland's. The Bears won both meetings during the regular season by 2 and 13 points. Game is scheduled to tip off at 6 p.m. tomorrow night in Frankfurt. The other semifinal game has Campbellsville playing Georgetown at 8 p.m.
Here's what the women's bracket looks like entering tomorrow's semifinals. The first semi game features the top seed Campbellsville Lady Tigers and the Cumberland University Bulldogs. The second game, the Cumberland's Patriot Ladies playing the Shawnee State Bears. Well, coming up on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, one Kentucky senior, there's just 3 of them, talks about playing his final game tomorrow at Rupp Arena.
Such a rare thing in the Bluegrass with John Calipari as the head coach. And the Kentucky women playing in the SEC quarterfinals tonight, trying to get to the tournament semifinals.
The greatest sports show on earth, WYMT Sports Overtime.
Time now for our McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week. Daniel Click is a senior at Estill County High School, where he has a 4.0 grade point average. He was a recipient of the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Award and is a member of the FBLA. He is also a member of the Engineers basketball and golf teams. Congrats, Daniel, tonight's McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week.
How about our Long John Silver's nothing but net shot of the night? Any question about this one? Jeffrey Adams of Knox Central down 3 with just seconds remaining, buries the triple from way downtown to force overtime, where the Panthers would go on to beat Harlan County first round of the boys' 13th region tournament. Jeffrey Adams providing us with tonight's Long John Silver's nothing but net shot of the night.
Good to see him back on the court.
One game is all that remains on Kentucky's regular season schedule as it tries for 31-0 tomorrow.
I'm pumped because I'll be there. The Florida Gators come to town for the regular season finale tomorrow in Lexington. 3 seniors will be playing for the final time at Rupp Arena. One of them, New Jersey native Brian Long.
Who?
Brian Long. Yes. When talking about the game and what he expects, he says he is excited to experience the Rupp Arena atmosphere one last time, at least hopefully.
You know, I think I kind of have an idea. I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it one last time in Rupp and, you know, being there and being in the environment one more time. Being around it for so long, like I've always said, you kind of got to be here to understand what it's like, but being around it for so long, you kind of know now. But, yeah, they're great. You know, the fan base is unbelievable and the way they travel and everything else, so they're unbelievable.
One game standing between Kentucky and an undefeated regular season. The Wildcats to host Florida tomorrow afternoon for Senior Day. Tip-off set for 2 p.m. right here on WYMT. Kentucky won down in Gainesville 68-61 back on February 7th, but have lost 4 of the last 6 games against the Gators.
How about to Kentucky women's basketball? 6 seed Kentucky, 3 seed Mississippi State. Women's SEC quarterfinals in North Little Rock. Bulldogs come out firing. Brianna Richardson off the feed from Jerica James knocks down the 3 to put State on the board. Then it's Victoria Vivians. She is one talented freshman. Lets it fly from Starkville. Buries it. Bulldogs by 4. Kentucky can also shoot the rock. Jennifer O'Neal spotting up left wing. Shoots and hits. Cats down 3. At the other end, though, Vivians again from the far wing. Another 3. But anything she can do, O'Neal can do better. Leading the break, O'Neal pulls up, stops, pops from the right wing, splashes at home. UK down just 1, but we go back the other way. Dominique Dillingham showing off her range. Nothing but nylon from beyond the arc for 3 more.
Like a 3-point contest.
Kentucky trailed by 4 at the halftime break. They now lead it by 5 late in the second half, 71-66, with just more than 2 minutes remaining. The winner joins South Carolina, LSU, and Tennessee tomorrow in the conference tournament semifinals. Well, that will just about do it for us tonight, but do not fear, a full slate of games from high school and college on the schedule for tomorrow, and I mean full schedule.
Lauren Cash and I are going to have a monster show. Seriously, like 40 highlights. Of course, you have Kentucky and Florida as well, as we just mentioned, but the boys' 14th and 15th region tournaments finally getting underway.
Finally.
There's 8 games for you. We will have those highlights as well as games from the 13th region.
That, plus teams continuing to fight through their conference tournaments. Jamie and Lauren, as you mentioned, will be here for all of that. But until then, from all of us, thank you for watching and have a good night.
Anticipation building, a lot of electricity in the air here tonight.
This is a historically great team that Kentucky has. They answer the bell again. That's impressive. Kentucky is legit. Kentucky has dominated. Kentucky is bigger.
Towns right elbow, lob to the half court. Here's a lot. Handoff, Booker, layup, good. Off to Coley Scott. Booker drives at the other end, left hand, lobs it up, and in the lane on the drive. Makes it. Quick pass down to Booker, floater.
SEC Tournament Preview March 9th on WYMT.